Welcome back to Sunday Yoga Ritual. How are you feeling? How's your body? How's your nervous system? I'm especially curious after last week if you took time this week to notice the fluctuations of your nervous system through your window of tolerance. Once you have a good understanding of where you're at, you can start to identify the things that trigger you or the things that throw you off, as I usually say. And when you kind of get to those high points, those edges, and when you have awareness, that's when change can happen. Change happens on your dawning awareness. So we first notice, then we become more aware, then we can start to make shifts. And this month, as we start to shift from the winter season into the spring season, we'll be moving our body to move our lymphatic system, but we'll also be talking about how transformation happens. So for today, I do want to focus on moving our lymph system. We're moving into the Kapha season. Kapha is the elements of earth and water. And so if this is out of balance, you think about earth and water together, dirt, water, mud, and we can feel stuck in the mud. And coming from this Vata season, the dry, cool season, where maybe we've been a little bit airy, we've experienced more anxiety, and we come into the winter season, and if we don't take care of our inner ecosystem to prepare for that transition, then we might find ourselves feeling like we're stuck in the mud. So today we will move our body and start to move that energy, any stagnancy or any residues left over from the winter season will start to move. Come into your comfortable seat, and I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable and tune into your natural breath. Let's not change it yet. Let's just arrive here together and bring more of our awareness to our breath. Your breath is intimately connected to your nervous system. This is why we have our pranayama, our breathwork practices, to help alter our nervous system. So without needing to alter anything, just check in where you're at in your window of tolerance, or perhaps outside of your window of tolerance, without needing to judge, without needing to make it different. And we can treat our breath like a loyal companion, like a friend. It can change the way we tend to ourselves. And it's not going to change all at once, but when we can be a little more gentle, kinder to our breath, then we can be a little kinder to ourselves. Begin to deepen your breath into your lower belly. You're still just arriving. Begin to count your inhale breath to the top of your inhale capacity. Once you have the count of your inhale breath, please lead your exhale to be 1 or 2 counts longer than your inhale. When we shift our breath to a longer exhale, we're engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. We're inviting more tamasic energy in. We live in a world that's very high on stimulus. So taking time to turn on the parasympathetic nervous system helps to balance the entire system. Do 2 or 3 more breaths with the extended exhale. Blink your eyes open as you are ready. And we'll begin our gentle movement. Allow your hands to dangle by your side. And with an inhale, reach up and look up. Take a sip, more breath. Then exhale, place your hand to the right and bend over with the left. Turn your gaze down towards the floor. Inhale your arm up. And then exhale to bend to the side a little bit more. Move through that fluid motion a couple of times. Inhale up and exhale to bend. 2 more times. Inhale. You can feel like a ballet dancer if you'd like. Come back up with both arms. Take a sip, more breath in on the inhale. Then exhale to the left. Turn your gaze down towards the floor. Breathe into your right side body. Then begin adding fluid motion. Inhale to come back up with your right arm and exhale to bend. So our lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like our heart does. Moving with this inhale and exhale. So we need to move our body to move the lymphatic system. If our lymphatic system gets backed up, that's when we experience inhale all the way back up, look up, bring your hands together, heart center. Interlock your fingers, push your hands away and up. Then exhale, push out with the heel of your hands. It's going to stretch that nerve. Reach back to interlock your hands and draw your knuckles down as you draw your chin down. Move through this 3 to 5 times at your own breath cycle, or perhaps a little slower. What I was saying is, as our lymph system gets backed up, as it gets stagnant energy, this is when our energy centers, like our lymph nodes and our chakras, can come out of balance, and residues can start to impact our immune system and our digestive system. It's all interrelated and interconnected. Next time you bring your fingers to interlock at the base of your spine, let this be your last one. Let's linger here for a breath or two. And then release. Forgot to tuck my hair up before I started the practice. So a little audible hair fixing here so we can move a little more freely. Okay, turn your head to look to the right. Close your eyes here, then turn your gaze to the left. So eyeballs only, look left. Keep holding your gaze here. Your eyes are a muscle, so if you feel any strain, you can always take breaks. Breathe into your lower belly. Turn your eye gaze back to center and bring your head all the way around. This time, look to the left. Close your eyes. And when you're ready, turn your gaze to the right. Come back around to center. Open your eyes. Tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. And dip your chin down towards your collarbone. Lift your chin, then bring your head back to neutral. And dip your left ear to the left shoulder. Feel into any stretch on the right side. And then dip your chin down. Chin up, head neutral. Let's do a couple rolls of the neck downward to each side. And when that feels complete for you, bring your head back up to neutral. Let's come into cat-cow. So coming into tabletop, stack your hips and your knees, your shoulders and your wrists. Spread your fingers wide. Inhale, drop your lower belly. Reach your chest and chin forward, then up. Press down into the earth as if you're going to move the earth below you as you arch your spine up towards the cosmos. You can tuck your chin here. Move through your spinal undulations 3 to 5 times at your own pace. The next time you come through cat, let that be your last one. And come to a neutral spine. Step your right hand forward 6 to 8 inches and sit your hips back towards your heels. This is an asymmetrical child's pose. Breathe into your right side body. Inhale, come back up. Step your right hand back, left hand forward, and use your exhale to sit back. Breathe into your whole body. Inhale, return to tabletop. Tuck your toes under this time, and then step your right hand forward once more and sit your hips back. Inhale, come up. Step your left hand forward and sit your hips back last time here. Rise back up. Stack your hands under your shoulders. Step your right leg back. Inhale, right leg up. And you can stay here if this is enough for you. If you want to add a little more, stretch your left hand forward. Stretch your heel back as you reach your fingertips forward. We're in a balance posture here, so hug your muscles into your bones. Get strong and long. And for a little bit more spice, bring your knee and elbow together. Extend on the inhale. Exhale, bring your knee and elbow together. 2 more times. Reach your left hand down and your right knee. Take a couple cat-cows. Come to neutral. Step your left leg back, right hand forward, and reach up. So your choice for how much you're adding in your practice today. As you stretch through your fingertips and the heel of your foot, get long and strong. Push down into the earth with your left hand. And as you're ready, if you're adding the elbow to knee, you can begin now for a total of 4 times. Come back to neutral. Tuck your toes under once more. Spread your fingers wide and lift your hips, pushing back to down dog. Please keep a generous bend in your knees. Don't worry about your heels. Draw your chest down towards the mat. You could walk your dog here if that would feel good. It is our first down dog of the day. If you like to swivel your hips from side to side, then find stillness for a couple breath cycles. It's a very active posture. We're not resting here, but we are balancing all of our energy in this one pose. Inhale, rock forward into a plank. You could drop your knees or hug your hands and your feet together isometrically. Then lower yourself all the way to the ground. Pause here. You could make a pillow with your hands and rest your head to one side. That feels good. Breathe into your backside body. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press down into the top of your feet, into the palm of your hands. Draw your chest forward, then up for cobra. Use your next exhale to lower down. Makrasana, make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head to one side. Whichever way you turned your head, let's slide the right knee up towards your elbow. This is Ardha Mandukasana, half frog pose. Sit back in your hips. Then slide your knee down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. When you're ready with an inhale, press into the tops of your feet. Draw your chest forward, then up as you press down into the earth. Set your focal point on one place, one spot on your wall or one spot on the floor, and tune into your breath. If it becomes unsteady, you've gone a little too far, just back off a little bit. So as long as you can stay with your breath, be here for 2 or 3 more cycles. And use an exhale to lower all the way down. Turn your head to the opposite side from last time and slide your knee up towards your elbow. Pause here in half frog. Sense into the sensations of your hips. No need to judge them. We don't need to judge the residue that's in our body. We come here to tend and to support. Slide your knee back down. Bring your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up to table. Back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we're headed to half pigeon. So bring your knee towards your nose and place your ankle by your left wrist. Step your left foot back to create a little length. And please keep your hips in one line. So one's not hiked up higher than the other, and both hip bones are facing forward. Once you feel you've got that spot, begin to walk yourself down onto your forearms, a pillow, a block, a bolster, or if you have the flexibility, you can come all the way down onto your chest, or whatever that looks like for you. This is as far as I'll be going today. So you may want to draw your right hip back so it's more in line with your left. And you could always support your right hip with a blanket or a block. I do a lot of holding of my tension in my hips. The hips have pretty dense muscles around them, so it can take some time to get into those residues and for them to start loosening. So as long as you can be with your breath here, stay for a few more cycles. Let your body get heavier and more relaxed into the earth. Begin to walk yourself up. Place your right hand on your right thigh and gently open your chest towards the right. Just a little gentle twist. Might feel this on the outside of your right hip. See if you can breathe into that space and soften. Bring your hands back to the mat. Step onto your left toes. And with a groan in your heart, kick back all the way up to three-legged dog. Draw your chest down towards the earth. Then replace your right foot. Inhale, left leg up, and bring it up towards your right wrist. Find your shape, your pigeon shape here. Steady your hip bones, then walk yourself forward. Our body has its own language, and it speaks in terms of sensation. Sometimes that sensation feels like pain or discomfort. Sometimes those sensations feel like anxiety. Sometimes they feel like excitement. Anxiety and excitement are the same physical sensation. So if we've been wired or conditioned for anxiety, sometimes when we feel excited about things, we get confused. And our yoga practice can help us to sort that out. Let your body get heavy. Walk your hands closer to your body. Place your left hand on your thigh and gently twist to the left. You could look behind you or to the ground or close your eyes and tune in. It's your practice, your choice. Come back around to center. Step onto your right toes and press down into the earth to come up to three-legged dog. Draw your chest down towards the earth, then replace your left foot down. Going to tippy toe all the way up to our hands. Nice and slow. Then step your feet a little wider than your hips and place one hand on each elbow. Forward fold. You might like to shake your head no here. Nod your head yes. Using a block or the floor, place your right hand underneath your nose. Inhale, reach your left hand up to the ceiling. You could follow your thumbnail as you do this. Then exhale, return and switch hands. Left hand to your block or the mat. Follow your right thumbnail to reach up towards the cosmos. Exhale, return. Switch sides. Only go as far as you can follow your thumbnail. We'll do one more on each side. Please keep a bend in your knees. Walk your hands up your body to come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Heel toe your feet together so they're hip distance apart. And step your right leg back about 2 feet or so. With your toes facing forward, begin to isometrically draw your feet together. So root them down into the ground, and then pull them together so your hips are still facing forward. Interlock your fingers below the base of your spine. Draw your knuckles down towards the earth. Look up. On an exhale, begin to hinge from your hips to bend forward. Bring your arms up with you, keep a bend in your elbows, and continue to pull your feet together. Reach the crown of your head forward, come up for a halfway lift. Then exhale, bend once more. Keep a bend in your knees, please. No hyperextending. One more time. Inhale to halfway lift. Reach your shoulders down your back. Stretch the crown of your head forward. Exhale, fold. Release your hands and place your right hand on the block or the floor on the inside of your left foot. And inhale, left arm up. Follow your thumbnail for a twist. Exhale, follow your thumb back down. One more time, open. And then come back up. Both hands lifted up towards the ceiling. Take one breath here and bring your hands to heart center. You could either step your other foot back or step it forward, your choice. With your right foot forward this time on just the outer side of your block, if you have one. Interlock your fingers below the base of your spine and draw your knuckles down. Open your heart. Open your throat. Begin to pull your feet together. And with an exhale, hinge from your hips to come forward into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw your shoulders back, crown of your head forward. Keep pulling your feet together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Release your hands. Place your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Follow your thumbnail as you inhale. Reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. And exhale, return. One more time. Press down into the earth, hinge from your hips to come all the way up. Bring your hands up. Join palms together and exhale to heart center. Let's come down onto our mat into constructive rest with your knees bent. Let your body adjust to this new foundation. Tune into your breath. And perhaps maybe just witness your breath recalibrating itself without you needing to do anything. Sometimes your breath may want to be long and smooth, or your body can take a deep breath and sigh it out. Your body and breath are so intelligent. If you're like me and you live in your head, it can feel so good just to tune back into the body and the breath and not need to think about it for a minute. Step your right foot, the outer edge, over your left thigh. Flex your toes towards your knee. And begin to open your knee towards your left toes. Try to keep both hips stable on the earth. You'd like a little bit more. Draw your left knee in towards your chest and support your leg behind your hamstring or up to your shin. Continue to open your hip. For a little more spice, extend your knee and kick your heel up towards the ceiling. Please keep bending your toes towards your right knee. That helps to support your knee. On your next exhale, lower your left foot to the mat. Spread your arms out. And with an exhale, lower your right foot to the left side. Look to the right. Let your body talk to you in sensations, but try not to let your meaning maker, your mind, judge or evaluate too much. Inhale back to center. Step your right foot down and step your left foot over your right thigh. Flex your toes towards your knee and begin opening your left knee towards your right toe. If you need more, pick up the right knee and draw it in towards your chest. And you may be different on this side, and that's okay. We're not perfectly symmetrical. We are imperfectly symmetrical. I don't know why we're always working or focused on being perfect all the time. You can kick your leg up. You can extend your knee up if you'd like. Let's embrace our imperfections this week. And lower your right foot back down. Spread your arms out and lower left foot to the right as you look to the left. Tune into your sensations. And if it feels difficult to tune into sensations, that's okay. Just be with your breath or however you can be with yourself in this moment. There's no right way to do this. Let your body get a little softer, less holding, less gripping, less needing to make it a certain way. Just arrive into the shape and let that be enough. Use an inhale to come back up to center. Step your left foot down. Press down into the earth with both feet. Inhale, lift your pelvis up towards the ceiling. Draw your chin towards your chest. Extend your elbows so that your forearms are by your sides. That can help support you as a foundation, pressing down into the earth. And exhale, lower down. We're going to do bridge 2 more times. Lift your toes so you can press down into the earth with all 4 corners and then place your toes down. Drive your hips up to the ceiling. If you'd like, you could shimmy your forearms underneath and interlock your hands. Press down as you lift up. On your next exhale, begin to lower slowly. Last one. Press down, down, down. As you lift up and draw your knees towards your toes to create some length in your side body. You can interlock your fingers if you prefer that. And press down into your hands, your forearms, your shoulders, your feet. Then exhale all the way down. Bring your knees in towards your chest for our final pose before Savasana, Apanasana. Your choice here if you want to keep your knees together over your chest, or you could bring your knees out to more in line with your armpits. Breathe into your lower belly and let that be enough for this posture or this shape to arrive, to soften and breathe. Let your heart get heavier into the earth. If your knees are separated, you could bring them back together as you squeeze to bring your forehead up to your knees for a hug. You're showing up for your practice. Say, thank you, self. And then exhale and pour out into your Shavasana. You could grab a blanket to cover yourself with or an eye pillow. Let's just get a little cozy here before we get swept away into the week. Let your body get heavy. Notice the weight of your heels making contact with the ground. And let your ankles splay open. Release any control or leadership of your breath. Soften all the muscles of your face, your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your jaw. Let your tongue lay flat at the bottom of your mouth. And with each exhale, relax your body more into the earth. We have to plug in our electronic devices, our phones, tablets. They all have to recharge. And Shavasana is like our time to plug in and recharge. And we can recharge faster if we don't have a bunch of apps open or we're not using it as we're tethered to the wall. So that's to say, try not to follow your thoughts. Try not to evaluate sensations, urges to get up and get going again. Each time you're able to bring your mind back to your breath or the present moment, you're training focus, and you're training leadership over your internal system. So perhaps when a thought arises this week, you can sit with it rather than needing to act on it right away. This is how our yoga practice begins to show up in our life off the mat, which is really what it's all about. If your mind has wandered off, just notice and guide it back to your body breathing you. Release any holding in your body, like your hips or your ankles. As you feel ready, begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle fingers and toes. Blink eyes open. Listen to your body. Come back to a waking state. Roll to one side. When you're ready, listening from within, you can push yourself up to a seat. We'll sit together for just a moment of mindfulness. The purpose of the asana, the yoga postures, is to quiet the body so we can quiet the mind. When your mind is still, your body can be more relaxed. Tune into how you're feeling now after the practice. If there's been a shift in your emotions or your mental state, acknowledge it. If you like, bring your hands to heart center and bow towards your heart. Thank yourself once more for showing up to practice, to soothe your nervous system and move your lymphatic system. You are supporting your whole health and your whole body. Thank you for sharing that with me and letting me share a little bit of my practice with you. I hope to see you next week. We will continue to move our body, generate a little heat, and see what transformations can come from that. Thanks for being here. See you next time.